On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Washington Huskies. We stay the State Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Huskies will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick give. It's Mobley. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. From the gun, it's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Takes the ball inside the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 29.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Deep in the end zone, it's Connors. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That
pulls it in on the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Here's Williams to throw. Look out! Breaks it inside the 10. Touchdown, Husky. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. He now has 53 yards rushing already. If you want to talk about establishing the running game, they're doing that in the season opener. good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keeps it on the option. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for space. It's Mobley. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth.
Oh, he found a space on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, guys, you just need a new environment. You need a change of scenery. This was a highly recruited guy. Didn't quite work out for him at his last destination.
He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It drops hurt as it is, but when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Mobley. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run inside. It's Mobley. Brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. He's got it and still on his feet. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll move the tight end. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Carr above the noise. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Clark. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by this defense because 2nd and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the more physical team?
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Williams. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Needs it. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Throwing, Carr. Completes it in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
In the red area, it's Mobley. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point. Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Crosses to 40. Runs through a man. He might have space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out wide left, it's Barnes. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Quarterback keep. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Third down from the gun, Williams. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back and know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Mobley.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. right side, it's Mobley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Now here's Carr. Caught. They finally get him stopped. So dangerous after the catch, but his defense might get a little help from the officials here. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Breaks into the open. At the 30. Inside the touchdown Irish. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Wide open, he makes the catch. Off and running. And he scores! Touchdown, Washington!
That's textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
One more snap coming before halftime. Corner's going to give them room. Here's Carr to throw. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And it's the Longhorns, looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Williams looking for a man. Going for it all. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quick give. It's Mobley. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Left side is Gilbert. Finds a crease at the 20. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Connors. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it back to him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Williams to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Williams will pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Trying to take it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Carr above the noise. Out wide left, it's Walton. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, running back on the move. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Making the adjustment on the play. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Carr. He's loose. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that was a play that was designed to simply pick up the first down, right? 3rd and short, it's a short throw. You're just trying to get it to the sticks, but what a great individual effort by the receiver that time, turning once he has the football, and he's getting extra yards. That ends up being a big-time play for the offense.
Left side, it's Napier. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
From the gun, it's Carr. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Williams. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. He's stopped.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back from your offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Sent it downfield. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Washington. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to Washington again. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Finds his man on the RPO. Breaks a tackle, and he might have got enough space. Touchdown, Husky. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the return, it's Young. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Right side, it's Bowman. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Throws quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The run inside. It's Mobley.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Might as well run him again. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Driving forward, it's Mobley. Maybe a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up-tempo. Just run your stuff.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Play fake, Williams. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Williams. Moving out to the right. He's taking the deep shot. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Williams to the air again. They're all over it. He'll get rid of it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Second and long here. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm into this game right now.